California may soon have supervised drug consumption sites in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Oakland. One mother has been campaigning against the legislation.
I'm not happy about that legislation at all. My first reaction is that it's just more enabling, and we're putting so much money into enabling the addicts that are on the streets, and not enough resources are going into rehabilitating these addicts.
California mother Jackie Berlin co-founded Mothers Against Drug Deaths to help with education and awareness of the drug epidemic hitting both the state and the nation.
I'm hoping that Governor Newsom vetoes SB 57.
Senate Bill 57, introduced by Senator Scott Wiener, would allow a space for people to use drugs under supervision, intended to prevent people from overdosing. It would also provide sterile needles to users. Senators and opponents are concerned it will increase drug addiction and, quote, have the real potential to do continued damage. On August 1st, all 9 Californian Republican senators signed a letter to Governor Gavin Newsom asking him for a, quote, swift veto of the law in what they refer to as legalizing, quote, drug dens. Earlier this year, a homeless center in San Francisco called the Tenderloin Center was intended to link people to drug recovery services. Critics said it was similar to a drug consumption site.
And it actually was just a place where people could congregate and do drugs as well as buy drugs. We didn't see it have any kind of success in lowering the amount of drug deaths that have been going on in San Francisco. I don't believe it would have that effect in Oakland, San Francisco, or LA. I don't believe it will lower drug deaths.
Her son, Corey, has been battling fentanyl addiction and lives on the streets of San Francisco. She worries the consumption sites would be a death sentence for her son and others. Senator Scott Wiener of San Francisco introduced the bill as an overdose prevention program, calling it, quote, necessary intervention to prevent overdoses. He said, in these desperate times, this bill provides California with the opportunity to lead by example and to equip itself with another tool that is scientifically proven to help prevent and decrease overdose deaths.
I would love to see the state and the city of San Francisco put more emphasis and more more work into rehabilitation, actual rehabilitation, rather than maintenance, which is what I believe the city and state are doing right now. Addiction maintenance is what they're doing, rather than rehabilitation.
The bill passed in August in a 21-11 vote, with 8 Democrats abstaining. It's now headed to Newsom's desk to either veto or sign it into law. Mothers Against Drug Deaths has an upcoming rally at City Hall on August 21st. David Lamb, NTD News, California.